Hi and welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm very excited to share this pretty cool, I would say, glow in text functionality, and I'm gonna also show you some other stuff as well. So one thing that I noticed is a lot of people want to do like some type of glow around a text, but they usually tend to have to bring it from other platform and then put as an image, and it's not the same thing. So what I'm going to show you today is how you can do it within just the Wix Studio. So I haven't seen if CSS is already available in the classic editor, but I'll get back to you on that. But as of now, you can do this with the Wix Studio platform. So as you can see here, there's a small glow around it, and then I'll show you how you can control everything. Then here I have another style text, and here I try a little bit something else. So when I hover, it glows behind it. Okay, maybe the blue is not the best color from pink, right? But just to kind of show you the glow on this button. And then as we scroll here, I think this is like the one that it's my favorite. So I have a glow that goes from light to bright, and same thing for this image. And this image can be replaced. Also, the color doesn't need to be yellow. It can be any color you want. And again, the background also can be different color. I just picked black because it was easier to work at night. But again, this is something really exciting, very simple to do. So let me show you how I did it. So very simple. Just gotta do this really quick here. As you can see here, I can just change this and have something like amazing, right? And then there it is. So we're gonna use CSS and classes to do this. And let's add a section here so that way you can see how it gets done. This is gonna be a very simple, quick video, so you don't have to spend too much here. Again, so here we're gonna add a text. So we can do something like a title, and it can be anything. So let's do that. And then I'm gonna do edit text, and then I'm gonna change it to something like white, just for now, just for this sample. And I can do like 120 just to make it a little bigger. And then we can do, let's say, heart, okay? So another cool thing is to make the effect even better. You can also go to Google Fonts. So if we go to Google Fonts, then you can pretty much find some cool fonts that you can use, so that way it gives a little bit better design to your to the things that you're working on. So you can go find some stuff. If for some reason you can't find something, you can also just go and type fancy fonts, and then you can do fancy fonts that font. This one, if it's for personal use, it's free, but if you use it for commercial, then you have to pay or buy it. But like for example, this one, again, for example, this one, right? So I can download it, and again, it's totally preference. You can use any type of font. I just want to kind of show you this extra step that I feel like a lot of people not familiar on how to do it. So I downloaded the font here. So I'm gonna open this, and then I'm gonna extract the file. So let me do this on this side. So I have some stuff there. Let me extract that and extract. And then I'm gonna bring it right here so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see here, this is the file that you need. That's it. So sometimes it gives you multiple items, but in this case you just need whichever, it doesn't matter. Sometimes if you see 3, it might have a different style within the same type of font. And then what we're gonna do now is, and actually let me open this really quick. Okay, let me delete some stuff here really quick. It's important, we don't want it to be seen here. Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is, when I click edit text and then I go into this part, I can add a font. So upload fonts, And then right here, as you can see, I already have a few different fonts. So I'm gonna click upload, and then I can open the copy doc, and then I can just select the first one. Once I do that, it's gonna upload the font here. And then once it adds it, you can just pretty much use it. Then we're gonna add the small code to make it glow, and I'm gonna show you how you can modify it. So let's give it a second. And okay, come on, perfect. So now it's done. So I can do here and type, I think that's what I was saying, copy doc. Okay, so as you can see, it looks like that. It's actually pretty cool. And then the next thing you need to do is you're gonna open your coding section or developer mode. So usually if it's turned off, it should look like this. If you already have it on, then you can click start coding, and then it should look something like this. From here, you're gonna notice this panel right here on the right, and you have an option called CSS classes. So this is where we're gonna be adding the code. So once I click on it, I can expand this a little bit. Okay, so if I click on this and then I click on CSS class, you want to go to open global CSS if you don't see it right here. So if whichever works, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. So if I open it here, then you're gonna notice you have this text right here. Okay, so this text is pretty much what you're gonna need compared to whenever we use velo. In this case, this is called classes. So we're gonna do custom classes. So we're gonna create one. So we can name it something like txt titles or tx titles, and then you want to click enter. Okay, so once you click enter, now it added, and then what you want to do is the code you'll have access to on the description of the video. And also I have I have created a new course where I show you how you can create any type of code that you can use for your CSS or for velo, so whichever works. In this case, we're gonna just use this same code right here because it's very simple to just modify. So I'm gonna scroll down here, and then I'm just gonna paste it. Now right now still is not working because right here I had to change the name. So it's gonna be that T, and this is case sensitive, txt, and then titles, like that. And as you can see, already has the glow around it. Now what I have here is the color white, right? So as you can see, this is the white color. So if I want to give a different color for the glow, I can just go here on my text, click add, and let's say I want to find a specific color. So I want to add this teal, right? So I can just copy this code, and we're still gonna keep this white. So I just needed the code ID, or to make it very easy, you can just do HTML color code. And when you do that, you can just also come this way and then find your favorite color. So if I do something like this, I can just copy this part, and then I can go back to the actual site right here and then change this. So I can do that. And as you can see, now it already changed it. The glow is very minimum, so let's expand this. So as you can see, it's very minimum. It's kind of hard to see, so we can go back and expand a little bit. So first thing I would do here is also don't forget to change this because you don't want to mess it up. So we can do teal, and then right here on the text shadow, we can increase it to, let's say, 15. And you can see that if it's a little too much, you can minimize it, and then let's say you do 10. And then here you can also do, if you do 15 here, watch what's gonna happen. It adds it all around it, so it looks a little odd. So I would say 5 is perfect, that's not too much. And this one as well. So we wanna do 5. And then here we also wanna do the color. So we wanna change it here to teal. And then now you can see it's a little better. Let's actually still do 10 just to see what it looks like. And then this one too. And let's see. So if we click view, now you can see the glow is there. You can increase it as much as you want. Also, the type of font doesn't make it as obvious, but again, you can play with it. Very simple to just modify your item. So let's say you want a bigger glow. Okay, so we can do this, change it to 20, and then when you do it, it takes a second. So as you can see, now it's more visible. And then I can click on the actual text and change the color. So let's say if I do that, now you can see it more. If I do a different color, so you can play with the colors that you need. Of course, again, the teal is not as visible. White will work better because the background is black. So there you go. And that's how you do the glow. Now we're gonna go to the next one, which is the buttons. And on the buttons is pretty much the same way of implementation, doesn't change much. So you can just have here your button, right? And then same thing, you can just add a class. So let's add another one. And the other best part about this is if you duplicate the button, it's gonna have the same effect because it's within the same class. So everything you can have multiple items within the same class, and that's pretty cool. So that way you don't have to add it for everything. Then let's do another button, and then here we can just copy this one right here. This is for the button. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the VTN star. So what we're saying is where is here? So what we said is that we want a white color, right? The text color, and then we have a padding, padding, and then the outline cursor, and then the box. And then on the hover, so whenever we move the mouse in, we want it to change the color. So once you do that, then we also want it to have the glow. So this is like the text. Oh no, this is gonna be the other one. But for this one, pretty much the glow is just gonna be white. So if again you wanna change it, then you can. So let's go here. And if I move my mouse here, it's gonna glow around it. So it doesn't necessarily change the color of the buttons. It's more for like the glow around it. So if I click on it, I can change this color to, let's say, orange. And then on the hover, I can also change this to, let's say I'm gonna do pink. And that's it. So if we go here, it's gonna be like that, and then it glows. See? Very simple. And the next one is gonna be this one, which again, this is my favorite because it goes from light to dark. I mean, from light to a brighter color. So the name is text glow, which is this right here. And this one, let's actually give it a space. So pretty much what we're doing here is exactly the same thing. We're just adding a text, right? So we're gonna add a text, and then your text can be any color you want. So in this case, let's use just because it's a little bit visible, purple. and then we can do today is a great day. Okay. So the class that I'm gonna add for this one is I can just go here and name it something like welcome text and then enter. Okay, so now I can copy all of this. So if I copy all of this and then I scroll down here so I can show you how you can modify it, I'll first change the name here. So this one is gonna be named welcome txt. Yeah, like that. And then as you can see here, the animation, it's called text flicker in glow. So if you want to create this type of animations, I will highly, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I will highly recommend that you take the course I have, because I have a tool that you can use. It's an AI link that you have access to, that you can go and start learning how to create your own either velo code or CSS, which is very simple. But if not, you can just always wait for the videos as I post them, because again, I never like to gatekeep anything. So then the next thing you're gonna see here, I have the color white. This is the transition. So it goes from this transition, and then I have it to go from white to yellow. So the first one, it's a 0, which is 1, and then the 50%. So if I want to change the yellow, I can just change it. So it's gonna be super simple. We can do here purple, and I can also do here purple, and then there you go, like that. So once I go to the preview, let's see, we're missing something. Oh yes, let me see, because I noticed this one changed to purple, because that's a text glow, and we want to make sure it goes to this one. So welcome. Oh, I had an extra E in there. I messed up. There you go. Now it's better. So when we go here, you notice it's very minimal, but it's changing. So you can increase it. So you can, again, this one is actually very simple to just change, because you can start playing with the numbers. So the text shadow, it's a 20 px. So you can increase it. You can also, let's say you want to do this to 50, and then let's say you want to do this one to 20. So you can start playing with it, and you're gonna notice it right there. So see, it kind of grew a little bit. So that's how you're gonna be able to have this a glow, and it's animated, so it makes it really cool. And for the light bulb, same thing. The light bulb, you can replace the image. All again, you just gotta make sure you use the same class. You can just change the vector. So if you want it to be something else, not a light bulb, let's say we do a heart, and then let's say I want to do a different color, because right now it's yellow, right? So we're gonna find the light bulb, and then it's right here. So this is the light bulb, and I can change it. Instead of yellow, I can do, let's say, and one thing you notice is changing it on all of them, because on these ones I add them at the same time. So that's why it will change it on all. But if you don't want that, you can just have the code. Actually, let's do this. We're gonna do, oh, we're gonna do, let's do teal. So I'm gonna copy that, and then now it's teal. So that's how you'll do this one. And if we preview it, okay, now you can see that the glow is kind of teal, so it makes it like pretty cool. Definitely it's something that it's really cool to play with. If you have questions, make sure you add them on the comments and let me know. I'll be very happy. Or if there's something that you want to do very specific, just send me a message. I'll be very happy to share the code with you. But you also have access to this. So see you in the next video, and again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, and if you have questions again, just let me know. Take care.